Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Glenna and I make videos about hiking, camping, traveling, a little bit of decorating, honestly about a lot of stuff. Actually recently I went on to AI and I asked them to look at my YouTube channel and tell me how I could reach 1,000 subscribers. And I think it's been 3 years, maybe it's been 4. If it's been 4, that's pretty sad. But it's been a long time and I have yet to reach 1,000. But AI told me it's because it's about too many subjects. I am dancing around all different kinds of things and I need a niche. So I didn't like that answer because honestly, when I watch people's videos, I like to see different things. I don't like to see the exact same thing over and over and over again. It's just like mind numbing. I can't do it. So anyway, so much for AI, but that's what my channel is about. It's about everything, okay? At least it's not about nothing, right? So this is I have been tagged by Courtney from This Golden Home, and I will show you her site, her channel. And it is a happy halfway to Halloween tag. And it's where she asked me a bunch of questions. And if you go to her site, you can see what her answers are. I think somebody else tagged her. And it's about Halloween. So why not? Okay, I'm going to try to do this really quick. I don't like to talk that much in my videos. I'm much more of a listener. I'm very introverted, so I'm going out of my comfort zone here. Bear with me, but let me see if I can do this real quick. Okay, number 1, are you a fan of haunted houses? I thought about this today and I had a memory come up that I hadn't thought about in a long time, and short answer is no. I do not like haunted houses. Like Courtney, I don't like to be jump scared. So yeah, no, I don't like haunted houses. But I have only been to one haunted house in my life, and it was when I was a kid. I don't remember what age. It had to have been elementary school. I got 2 tickets to the haunted house, 2 free tickets, and my mom, my dad, and I were in town, and we called it town because we lived out in the country. So we were in town and we were coming back through on the way to the house, and I had those tickets and I said, please, 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 please take me to this haunted house. And so my dad said that he would go with me. And so my dad and I went in, and I was totally not scared in the haunted house. And I don't remember anything about it except for this. We walked into this one room and there were lots of people in there, and there was this picture frame, and at first it had like a portrait, like a painting in it. And I guess when we all turned around to look somewhere else, they slid something out and a human was in this picture frame. Well, when my dad walked in front of this picture frame, he had on a ball cap, and my dad, let me just tell you a little bit, my dad used to wear like a comb over, like this, one of those really stupid comb overs, and just like who wears in the United States, who we will not mention, a name we shall not say. And he wore that comb over and he had a cap on, and he walked in front of this picture frame, and that ghost grabbed his hat off of his head, and all I can remember is how his hair went in 1,000 different directions. And it freaked my dad out. It scared him so much he almost fell down. And here he is. He's like, you know, trying to stay upright, and his hair's going everywhere. And oh my God, that was just so funny. It was the most hilarious thing I had ever seen in my entire life. Oh my God. So that brought back a very good memory. So thanks, Courtney. Okay, number 2. What's your favorite ghost story or haunted house or haunted lore? So Courtney said she didn't know what the definition of lore was. So I'm going to look that up. Hold on. Okay, so lore is a body of traditions and knowledge on a subject or held by a particular group, typically passed from person to person by word of mouth. So that's probably like a story that, I guess, just a scary story that gets passed, I don't know, from generation to generation. You know, I don't think I have one of those. I don't think there's any lore in our family. So, spooky story. Well, my one that I really like is Ichabod Crane, the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I think that is a very good story. So, yeah, I like that story. Okay, let me put my, there we go. What's your favorite? Okay, number 3, do you plan on Halloween decor hunting this year? If so, what item do you hope to find? So, short answer, no. I am not going to buy any Halloween decor this year. Okay, so unless I see one thing that I just cannot live without. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna maybe buy one thing if it's great, but I'm gonna try not to buy anything because, and I'll tell you about this after these questions, but sort of our future, had these plans for retirement. Our future has sort of turned upside down. Our lives. It's nothing terrible, you know, everybody's healthy. It's nothing like that, but it has to do with job, career-wise. We are looking at different things right now. So I definitely don't want to buy a bunch of decor and possibly have to move them. And so I just want to, you know, it has to do with a lot of storage, you know, about where we might end up. You know, it's going to be maybe smaller. So no, I'm definitely not going to buy any Halloween items this year, if any of that makes sense. Maybe later it'll make sense. Okay, so, okay, 4, candy corn. Love it or hate it? Hate it. I don't like that, or black licorice. Yuck. No. Are you big into costumes, dressing up for Halloween? If so, what's your favorite costume of all time? I used to dress up. When we were little, we had like these cheap costumes, like just maybe a plastic mask. And every now and then I would dress up like, you know, a hobo. My parents were very frugal people, and I would just take a stick and I'd put some stuff into a handkerchief and I would put it on my shoulder and, you know, acting like I was a hobo, you know, not unlike the times that I did try to run away, but that's another story. Anyway, so I was just a hobo when I was little most of the time. Courtney, on her video, has a bunch of pictures, and there was this one when she was a little girl and she was like a belly dancer. It was stinking cute. It's just so cute. And I don't have any pictures, so, you know, go figure. And yes, in the 80s and 90s, she talked about dressing up in sexy costumes. Of course, I did that. One that I remember in particular was a sexy police officer. Do I dress up now? No, I only wear like a witch's hat. You know, when we hand out candy for Halloween. So there. 6, what is one activity or experience that is on your spooky bucket list this year? Well, Hal and I hope that we are going to be moving, and I hope to find like-minded people to hang out with. I moved from the Gulf Coast several years ago, and I have yet to find the friends that I had down there. I just cannot find them in North Alabama. And so I would like to, a spooky bucket list is to have a Halloween party, you know, like a dinner party, and invite over friends. That would be so awesome. Let's see, what is one activity or experience? Is this on your bucket list? Okay. What book, series, or movie screams Halloween to you? Okay, the movie that screams Halloween to me, of course, is our favorite that we watch every single year. And if you watch my videos, then you know that I listed my top 5 Halloween comedies. And I think it was my number 1, and it is Young Frankenstein. Love it. I look forward to it. It screams Halloween to me. It is just my favorite all time. Series, well, we watched The Rest of Us. The Last of Us. It has Pedro Pascal in it. And it is a really good series to watch for Halloween if you haven't done so. In fact, I think the 2nd season just came out, and we probably will wait till it gets closer to Halloween to watch it, that 2nd season. And book. I can't really think of a book right now. But Hal and I do like to write books, stories, and one day on my bucket list, I want to write a really cozy Halloween novel with like romance and adventure, probably some science fiction because I love science fiction. So yeah. Okay. 8. How do you typically spend your Halloween night? Well, we spend it handing out candy, and where we live, we have like 3,000 trick-or-treaters. We always have to go and get more candy each time. And this last time it was pouring, raining, so soaking, raining, and we didn't think we would have many. Nope, we still had 3,000 trick-or-treaters. And we watch a movie that we've already seen because we keep getting disrupted, and but not Young Frankenstein because I really like to just sit there and watch that one. So it's something that, you know, you can just stop and watch and, you know, stop it again. And we will have a homemade pizza. So we've been doing that for, I don't know, the last 18 years. So that's what Halloween night looks like for us. 9, what does Halloween mean to you? Halloween used to not really mean anything to me. So we lived out in the country. We really didn't get to go trick-or-treating, and we would have to go into town, you know. We had 0 trick-or-treaters. So, yeah, we didn't have any Halloween decorations. I will tell you that Halloween means a lot more to me now because it's Hal's favorite holiday. And honestly, because Courtney from This Golden Home I saw a video of hers about her decorating, and then she went from room to room, and it was so intriguing. It just made me get in the Halloween spirit, and she does a lot of DIYs, and man, I am really kissing up to you right now. I don't mean to be, but she really got me turned on to like decorating. So I went out and I got a lot of stuff, and I had so much fun. I decorated my house, I decorated the outside, and I just really got into it. So I guess it means a lot more to me now because of Hal and because of Courtney. So now, 10, tag your spooky friends. I don't know if I have any spooky friends. I'll have to think about that one. But then Courtney asks one more question. What food and drink gets you in the Halloween spirit? So Hal likes to make a lot of stuff. He makes a lot of Hungarian food, and we have a lot of different beverages, just a lot of fall food and fall drinks, like apple cider and things like that. That just really sort of just gets me, in the Halloween spirit. So yeah, I guess that's about it. I'm going to ask one more question. Courtney suggested that you pick one more of your own. And we talked about the candy corn that we didn't like. My question is, what candy was your favorite when you were little? And what is your favorite candy as an adult for Halloween? My answer is, when I was little, I thought those really big lollipops, those suckers, that had a lot of candy, hard candy on the outside, the cherry or the watermelon, with the bubble gum on the inside, I thought that was just awesome. That was like 2 treats in one, and I guess that was my favorite. And now if I had to pick one, which I try not to eat candy, but I guess it would be a Reese's Cup. I really like peanut butter with chocolate. So those are my answers. If you like a lot of diversity in your videos, then subscribe, and that's what you will get. In a couple of weeks, we are going to the UK, and that is going to be so much fun. And then eventually we're going to tell you what is happening with our retirement, where we're going to end up, where we're going to land. So subscribe to this channel, and I will see you again very soon.